Hey everybody, Madison here with Health by Ratio, and in this video we are going to be doing about a 5-minute stretch sequence to help us reset after maybe not being quite as mobile around the holidays. And speaking of which, I hope that you guys had a very Merry Christmas, or if you were celebrating Hanukkah, I hope you enjoyed your Hanukkah, or Happy Kwanzaa, or whatever you celebrated. I hope you had a blast and are leading up to a fun New Year celebration this week. And this is geared toward, like I said, resetting us. This video is resetting us from the stiffness that we might have been experiencing from maybe eating, drinking a little bit too much, and maybe sitting and not moving a little bit enough, as enough as we should have. So that's what we're trying to reset in this video. And if you guys are interested in a much more thorough reset, next week on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, to which I believe breaks down to the the 3rd, 4th, and 5th of January, 3rd, 4th, and 5th of January at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern. We are going to be doing Facebook Lives, me specifically, and we're going to do a mobility series around first. Part 1 is going to be around the feet and ankles and knees. Part 2 is going to be around the hips and the back. And then part 3 is going to be around the thoracic spine, shoulders, and neck for each of those days. And the whole purpose of it is because many of us have New Year's resolutions. We have goals that we want to achieve. And what we don't want to do is go gung-ho with them, start working out every day, start running every day, start bike riding every day, and we don't do the maintenance work needed to get our bodies ready for it. And so what happens? We get tweaked, we get injured, we get aggravated, and it takes all the wind out of our sails. So that's what we're going to be doing next week. If you're interested in getting alerts for that, or if you want me to tag you in that post so that you're aware, so you don't miss when we do those lives, or if you want to check out the replays afterwards, feel free to just comment a thumbs up below this video, or say count me in, whatever you want, and I'll make sure to tag you in that in each of those lives so that you can check it out and get your body ready to go for your New Year's resolution goals. Now, without further ado, let's get into today's stretch sequence to reset the body a little bit. So we're going to do a few things here. Just going to take us a couple of minutes overall. But the main key that we're going to be doing is moving in and out of dynamic stretching. We're not going to do a static stretch here, probably because we're stiff right now. So we don't want to just hold it and pull on it. Instead, we want to move in and out of that, pump some blood to the area, get hydrated while we're doing these ranges of motion. So to start us off, we're going to do one of two stretches. The first one is just an overhead reach. So you're going to get standing, feet pointed straight ahead. First thing you're going to do is clench your butt cheeks right now, tighten your core, and then we're going to get our hands intertwined behind, interwoven, and we're going to reach straight up, trying to push those hands toward the ceiling while keeping the glutes and the core engaged. So as we do that, we're not going to let ourselves arch at the lower back. We're going to keep the glutes engaged and the core stable the whole time as we press up there. Alternatively, a little bit more of an effective way to stretch this same thing is an intercostal stretch against the wall. So we're going to have the hand planted against the wall, the outside leg, the plant leg, the other leg can just be kind of dead weight. Squeeze that outside glute, and then we're going to reach up with the arm so that we're straight at the elbow, and then slightly over so we feel this nice stretch coming down the ribs and the lats as we are opening up here. So just a slight crescent there. Now, whether we're doing the intercostal stretch against the wall here or whether we're doing the standing overhead, we're moving in and out of this so that we feel that stretch point and then release, and then feel that stretch point and then release. Cool. Doing that for about 30 seconds or so, 30 seconds aside here, or just 30 seconds straight up. Next, really important one to do is the hip flexors. We've been sitting for a long period of time. This psoas muscle, the hip flexor, connects to the thigh and the lower back. It pulls on the lower back, gets us all tight there. So let's open this thing up. So what we're going to need is something we can comfortably take a knee on. So this might need to be a pillow for you guys, or a folded up mat, a towel, something like that. But I want to take a knee. From here, we're going to clench the down knees glute. So we're going to squeeze that glute. Then from there, we're just going to let ourselves inch forward just a couple inches, and you'll feel this nice stretch come into the front of that hip flexor. What we don't want to do is get the glute relaxed and overextend and just arch into the lower back and extend the hips. That's not what we want. We want to have the glute squeeze, and we should just have a subtle motion forward until we feel that stretch. Then we're going to swing the arm straight up into the air. That's going to increase that stretch just a little bit, and then release it and relax it. Squeeze the glute, come into the stretch, reach that arm up, feel that touch point, and then relax out of it. As we're doing this, we can exhale to coordinate our breath with this. But again, spending about 30 seconds aside, dynamically opening up both of those hip flexors with that glute engagement and that arm raise each time we do it. And then, last but not least, we're going to kill two birds with one stone. We're going to stretch out the hamstrings and the calves, the ankles a little bit. And all we need is something to, like a stretch strap, or I'm using my resistance band here. You could use a towel, like a big towel, something that you can wrap underneath your foot. We're going to lay down on the ground here. And from here, we'll just wrap this guy underneath the ball of our foot. So I want some leverage to be able to pull my foot down. I'm not putting it underneath the arch of my foot or my heel. So ball of my foot here, I'm going to obviously lay down, and from here, I'm going to just pull my leg straight up to whatever I can comfortably tolerate. I can use both arms if I want. And to make this dynamic, I'm going to bend my knee and extend the knee. Bend the knee, extend the knee. And that's how I'm getting this flow going. As I extend the knee, I can exhale, get a little deeper into it. I can also, if it opens up, I can pull the leg a little closer to me. After I do that for about 30 seconds, the next step is going to be getting the calf and the Achilles a little bit. So how I'm going to do that is by pulling my toes toward my shin and then pointing the toes away. Pulling the toes toward the shin, I'm going to feel this nice deep stretch right here, and then pointing them away. So I'm going in and out of this. I can also incorporate a little bit of a knee bend. That'll get a little bit of a different stretch on that ankle. So I pull the toe, then knee bend a little bit, extend the knee, and then point the toe. So I'm going in and out of this ankle flexion. If I want also, I can make this dynamic and get a little bit of the inner and outer thigh by doing kind of a windshield wiper. So I can open up my leg to the side, get a nice stretch in the inner thigh groin region, and then I can also pull it across my body, and I'll feel this nice pull along the hamstring to the side. But going for about 30 seconds or so to each of these variations to each side. And that's it. We got a nice, quick little stretch to the ribs and intercostals, opened up the shoulders a little bit. Then we opened up the hip flexors to loosen up the back, got the hamstrings and the calves, and spent about 5 minutes loosening ourselves up with these dynamic stretches to get some blood flow going and loosen us up after the holidays. So like I said, guys, if you are interested in a more thorough mobility session to really open up and loosen up our ankles and our knees and our hips and our back and our shoulders and neck and all that good stuff, give me a thumbs up down below. We're going to be doing lives next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to kickstart New Year's resolutions off the right way and prepare your body to be able to achieve your goals while staying healthy. Enjoy. Talk soon.